Gregory. Tsunami? I have no idea. Here is so far away from the ocean, nobody knows even. When that tsunami came, I didn't even know. I think it came, in a different place. One person died, but because they were evacuating and they had accident. That's all. But it wasn't that big. As usual. Yeah, like if you want to evacuate, there will be a terrible traffic jam, you're gonna trip, you're gonna fall and die. It's quite possible. But it's all good. All good. Yeah, that earthquake was so far away. They made a new parking here. Maximum $12. And 1 hour free. 2 hours, $2. 1 hour, oh no, it's not. Oh yeah, 1 hour free. 24 hours is $12. $1 hour free, then you pay $1. And for 2 hours you pay $2 till you reach the maximum. Yeah, British Columbia, I heard they closed that surfing spot in Tofino. That must be scary over there because it's a remote place, right? It's the middle of nowhere. Cheap? Oh my gosh, really? Well, here it's kind of cheap, but if you go to close to station, it's through the roof. The sounds of summer. Cicada are buzzing. Tomatoes are growing here. Today is 37 Celsius. Almost, 40 sometimes. Persimmons are growing here. Yummy. Look at that. Autumn is coming. Then they will turn orange. This tree is heavy with them. Here are potatoes. Well developed. I looked on Google Maps. Tofino looks like a village. Nanaimo, I heard of that. Suk, I didn't hear. Maybe I did. It all looks tiny to me. It's a nice place to live. British Columbia. The island is nice. Deceptive on Google Maps, oh really? This is how I travel. It looks in the middle of nowhere. It's like you drive there and drive and there's nothing. And I think that's the best surfing spot in Canada. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, the mill is working. Let's go see. Maybe, maybe, maybe they greased it. What's happening here? Oh, water is clear. What happened? Oh, there is the fish. Our carp. Yeah, the typhoon came and it was a severe tropical storm. I think they've been cutting weeds around here. Lots of tourists fishing, whale watching. Oh yeah, those things. Yeah, tourists I can imagine. I mean, all Canada. Like if you go to Banff, there's no place anymore. Like you have to book your place in order to stay there. What was it, like a year in advance? Because it's just too many people. I used to drive there like, yeah, let's drive to like Calgary or Banff, and it was no problem. This was maybe, when was it? 30 years ago more? It was like, yeah, just going to Edmonton, to West Edmonton Mall, or some mountains. Now it's crazy busy. Banff? No, I don't think Banff had Olympics. Calgary had Olympics in 80s. I've been to that place, the Olympic Park bobsleigh. Those were the times. Man, what happened? I think because it's a national park, they cannot expand capacity, and that's why. Yeah, Calgary. I was driving from Saskatchewan to the West Edmonton Mall. What a crazy thing to do. Is it still the biggest shopping mall in the world? No one knows this, I think. I don't know why. Gosh, it's so clean. From Saskatchewan to the Edmonton, I think it's like 6 hours by car. Oh, fish. Wow, school fish. Wow, they're really thriving in there. And I drove to Calgary. I didn't like Calgary much because they have been through the downtown. They've cut everything here, all the grasses. That's why it's so clear. Looks ugly now. But they will regrow in a couple of weeks. Man, it's hot. Probably should be heading back. I drank like a half a liter of water. But I don't want to get a heat stroke. Oops. Oh, board is broken. who shaved so close? The maintenance. Oh, fish. There are fish in there. Oh, too small to see maybe. Oh, there they are. Oh, they ran away. Man, fish in the water spring. That's so cool. Yeah, you know, the grasses grow so quickly. They cut everything really tightly. That's why they have, map with the trees, so they know what is a weed and what is it not, and they go for it. Because you cannot pass here anymore if you just let it out of control. Yeah, water looks cooling. I just want to jump into it. Remember, a long time ago I was walking in my sandals in this water. It felt so great. It's like the coolest thing on the outside here. So Canada is gonna have tariffs. Man, everybody got a deal except Canada. They really want to be the 51st state. To make it 51st state. Gosh, well, I can see the island now. Nice. Ah. Cicada shell. Water is not polluted. No, water is not polluted. There's hardly any polluted water in Japan. But this one is super clear because maybe 1 kilometer away is the spring where it's coming from. So it's pretty clean. Oh, there are ducks here. And then of course it goes to the river and it goes to the ocean. I haven't seen polluted anything in Japan. I think in around the wartime 50s, everything was super polluted everywhere. But they have really turned it around and cleaned up lots of things like garbage dumps, and they put a lot of effort in preserving the nature. I remember there was this park, and when I went, and they had these information boards. Wow, look at this guy. Looks like an accessory. Oh, beautiful. I've seen this somewhere in the park centers. Some kind of a shiny beetle. Oh, that's a good find. Ducks are going upstream. So, the place where it was like a park with rice paddies, they made it. The people were dumping garbage there. It was like so much garbage. It took them like 30 or something years to clean that up and restore it so that birds can come and water can flow. But they did it. I mean, if you dig in not old rivers, I guess old rivers, like some main river in Tokyo, you will find so many cans and garbage. But it's now, deep under the stones. Metal detecting, that's where I come. Konnichiwa. Tokyo. Yeah, Tokyo. But if you went to like Fukuoka, that place was so polluted. Like they have ocean there. It was like crazy. Also like Kawasaki City here, or Tokyo, Odaiba, those places, super polluted. Even today, they had to remove the soil because it was just terrible. I think something carcinogenic was in it, and they cleaned it. They built some nice neighborhoods on those islands. You may take the beetle from there. I have no place to keep it. Could make a brush out of it. But one always thinks of Japan as being pristine. Well, yeah, it wasn't like that all the time. But I'm glad. Things are nice now. We preserve lots of green in the city. Some parts don't have so much green. It looks so depressing. There's like a park. It's like 5 meters by 5 meters, and that's it. But some places, have something like this, which is quite awesome. I mean, they could hide this stream underground. Some rivers are actually underground like that. It all depends. Some places are so tiny, they cannot afford even garbage disposal. So they have to pay money to another part of Tokyo to dispose the garbage. But it's still impressive how everything is functioning. I wonder if Tokyo is the largest city in the world. It's pretty well organized. I'm surprised myself. I mean, there are some old streets from Middle Ages and very narrow like this, where you have to drive your car if you can fit it. And some inconvenient places. At the end of the place probably is a almost free house for you. I've seen houses that are on top of like hills, but there's no road to them. It's just staircase. Oh my goodness. How do you bring your groceries? I guess you don't. No one's gonna bring a freezer if you buy it, or it's terrible. Good for lunch time. Oh, it's getting hot. It's so super hot. I went to see 2 really high waterfalls recently. One was Fukuroda waterfall. It was 39 degrees Celsius when I was hiking. Like, I had to stop because I think I was getting almost heat stroke. I just couldn't walk anymore. It was really nice seeing the waterfall. I think it was hundreds or 97 meters high. Really awesome. And then I found some ancient temple from 1,000 years ago in the forest, and a really old tree, probably also 1,000 years old. Only the cemetery is left, and everything else got redone in the middle of the forest. It's so creepy. Tokyo is largest by population. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. I think they're doing a good job. Yeah, too hot. But the waterfall was so awesome. I got such a bad headache after that. Oh, man. But then I went to Nikko, This is the place with temple and the shrines. that they're devoted to the first shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu, and like since it's opened since 1960s, because before it was so sacred, no one could go there except the shogun or the family. It was really cool. You know, there's the mausoleum at the top of the mountain. Like, it was so crazy to climb there, and also so many tourists. But the mausoleum has never been opened, which is really cool. Like, everything was like, you would think they made the god out of him, and yeah, they did. All those temples, they venerate him. Shrines also. It's really hardcore. There's like this stable for his horse, which is also holy, carved, you know, the carvings of monkeys in the upper part of the stable, and the horse he used for the Battle of Sekigahara, which he won, was also stored there. So it must have been sacred horse. Yeah, Shogun, the first guy. No water bottle, no. I drank before I came, so I gotta go before I boil off. But man, those temples and shrines, really awesome. Definite World Heritage. Like, it's amazing what they did. Like, all those offerings inside the temple couldn't even film or take photos or anything. They didn't let you. But there was the big dragon painted at the top, and one of the monks took 2 wooden blocks, and wherever the dragon was, like at the tail, middle, there was no echo. But when he clapped those 2 wooden blocks at the head, there was such a powerful echo. Are the monkeys good or evil? I think they're good. The book Shogun. Yeah, Tokugawa. They are very wealthy though. Very wealthy people. I mean, they've been shoguns for so many hundreds of years. Man. The temple there that was built for that guy. Oh my gosh. It's almost like, oh my gosh, you're going to an Egyptian pyramid and you see a pharaoh there and a pyramid they built for him. But here you have like the shogun. Like, there are the offerings for the soul of him. Fresh stuff. Yeah. He died, you know, not far away from Tokyo and Yokohama, in Shizuoka. And then they built that shrine and temple to him. It's a really nice place. There's a water flowing. I think 1,000-something years ago, some monk have walked there and settled. And it's a pretty like remote area where you don't want to be disturbed. But then, you know, I left that place, and there was a drive to the top of volcano crater, and that was on the height of 1,400 meters, so it wasn't hot at all. It was nice, like 26 Celsius. Oh, what a relief that was. The road had 50 turns going up and 50 turns going down. It was like the most twisty road ever. course they are living. Yeah, yeah. They are. They have. They have museum in Nagoya. A really big museum. They have their graveyard in Tokyo too. That's all I've seen. The museum has the original scroll of the legend of Genji. It's illustrated, I think, from 8th, 7th century. Yeah. And what else? So when I drove up there to the top of the volcano crater, there was a lake, huge lake. Like it was like paradise. Who would have thought there can be a huge lake right high up in the mountains? Like really something amazing. And there were Kegon waterfall. It was like 96 drop waterfall. Like you look at it from the top, and you almost cannot believe how far it goes down. So I went down by an elevator. They had an elevator where you have to pay money, and it takes you to maybe half of it down or 2/3 down, and then you can see it's like shower, like there's steam of water flying everywhere. But the amount of water, oh my gosh, like 4 tons a second, I think they had it written. Some of the old families are like saying, no, they're still. If there were big ones, everybody knows them. Some of them are, shrine keepers. Some of them are related to emperor. Some are just some famous samurai lords, famous smiths. You have been to Nikko? Yes, I have been. I've been there, many times. So, but I don't think the mausoleum was open when I went there before. So it was very cool. And at the top of the lake, it's the Lake Chuzenji. There are 2 villas, for the British Embassy Villa and the Italian Embassy Villa. Wow, what a view they had. My gosh. Oh, there's a lizard. Doesn't know where to jump. Oh, it's gone. Wait, it's not gone. Oh, it went down in the grate. But the waterfall, my gosh, who would have thought there's a waterfall of that size? Really beautiful. Really beautiful and refreshing. And I didn't want to go down because down was 38 degrees Celsius, and up there it's like just 27 or 6. Oh. But the highway was nice. I drove 130 kilometers per hour, but it took 3 hours to get to the city here. Are there many tourists this year? Yeah, I've been there and I haven't seen a Japanese person. Like everyone mostly is from outside of Japan. Actually, I think they have like a record tourism numbers. And they've raised the prices too. So the amounts that they're making out of it, it's colossal. And with the exchange for US dollar and yen, oh, it's cheap. You get top quality food, top quality transportation, and that's just normal. and you just tour around. But then I had to go down the windy 50 turn road, and I think at the bottom of that road there was a musical road. You know how the record player has these grooves where the needle is coming and moving over it, and it goes to the speakers and you can hear the music. There was something like this, but with car tires. So the thing was, there's a speed limit, and if you want to hear this song correctly, you have to drive with the speed limit. So you slow down to the speed limit, and then yeah, there are grooves etched in the road, and your tires are like the needle, and you can just hear the music. It's so cool. Good idea to keep people to get people to slow down. And then on the way back, you just crash at the service area on the highway, and get some supper. I remember when I was coming back from the first waterfall, they closed the whole highway, part of the highway, because there were fireworks in Tokyo. And I was driving inside the tunnels for so long. Very crazy, and everybody's speeding in those tunnels. My gosh. Like there's this tunnel in the middle of the city that you drive in a spiral till you emerge to the surface. I don't know how many spirals you do, but you do a lot of spirals. It's like a well or something. And I think the same way you descend. Kind of handy because you drive, you don't need to worry for other traffic, and you just keep on driving. But the temperature inside those tunnels, it's like 39 degrees Celsius. There were sprinklers turned on the ceiling, creating artificial clouds in those tunnels. I don't know, if they didn't have those sprinklers, maybe plastic would start to melt. Or the temperature would go out of control. Yeah, super hot. I mean, it's underground, so it's hot. Still amazing, how they keep it dry and sealed from the ocean. Sometimes you drive under the ocean. There's this highway across the bay that hops from one island to another, but they don't hop over. They go under the surface of water. Does your car drive itself on some? No, it drives itself on all the roads if you want it, but it can stick to a lane, so it's like the steering wheel will be locked in, and it will keep distance with the other car in front of you. So it's very handy in a tunnel. Like if you cannot see someone slowing down, the car will slow down for you, and you won't crash. And if it's if someone accelerates, it accelerates too. In a traffic jam, it is also very handy because you just let the car drive. It's constant, like stopping, accelerating, stopping, accelerating, stopping, accelerating. Yeah, this is, I think, I think you still have to have your hands on the wheel, but I think it's one step closer to the automatic car dream. I think there are also already automatic cars, There's gonna be I think there's one driving in Expo in Osaka, and from 2 years or 1 year there's gonna be Expo in Yokohama, and they're going to have those self-driving ones as well. You know, in Yokohama they clear the land the size of a Disneyland just for that Expo. I just wonder what's it gonna be, but they furiously work there. They're digging and everything is, you know, there are barriers everywhere. It's gonna be exciting. Yeah, I cannot go back to normal driving car where you have to, like, you know, drive it. You would get tired so fast from it. I just wanted, like, you know, go back home and I'm going to, like, play games or go to sleep. I want a car like that. I want a car like that. 3 hours of just zooming and driving, it's a long way. And the highways are, you know, not so wide as well, like your North American highways. Well, you have to have your eyes focused on the road, otherwise the car falls. The car slows down. No, this one doesn't have any eyes. Maybe it's with the more fancy ones. My car is like almost like the basic. No, not Lexus grade or expensive car. It's just normal. Yeah, probably, you know, the fancy cars have something. But, you know, someday we'll be just playing and doing other things while the car just drives you. In the future. But it's, you know, it's got this camera in front, it senses the lanes, the situation. It has situational awareness. If there's a collision course, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna do something. It's gonna do something. Like, it won't let you hit a pedestrian or a cyclist. It won't hit another car. It won't let you back into the wall. Sometimes it's creepy because if you drive very close and you have grass, and it does, like, some, you know, it knows there's a grass, it's gonna be like, oh, there's some obstacle. No more sleep driving. Tesla, yeah. I just want completely, you know, just drive. Bye. I'm gonna take a nap and I'm gonna wake up after 3 hours. Oh man, it's hot. Anyway, I'm gonna go cool off because it's getting super hot. So thanks for coming, and have a nice evening. So take care. Bye for now.